insane bedhead. Once again, it is. What day is it today? No, I'm not sure. I just did some yoga, some light yoga. Very, very light yoga. And I pushed open my windows. It is roughly about 4:20 in the AM. As you can see, the sun's coming up because it's summer already in the UK, give or take. Day 4 is coming to an end. We're going to be moving into day 5 soon. And today, physically, has been the day for exhibiting symptoms, detoxy symptoms. I woke up with a cracking headache after going to sleep on day 3. And I realized that it's because when you're asleep, when you're laying down, those of you out there who are thinking about fasting, any kind of fast, once you stop eating, your blood pressure goes really low. So you get head rushes pretty easily. And when you're laying down, depending on where you're at within your detox, just laying flat, horizontal on your bed will be enough to give you a head rush. Because of this, whilst you're sleeping, or even whilst you're just laying down, the blood will be pressing against your brain, causing minor swelling. This causes a headache, okay? Or the imbalance of fluids within your brain, your cerebral cortex. So, what I did was, as soon as I clocked onto that obviousness, I just propped up a pillow. I used this. It's really nice and soft. Folded it up, and I put it behind my head. It went like this basically with my neck, and the blood just went straight out of my brain. Headache. Here's a really cool thing. Ever since I've been a child, I said to my sister, can't you just do this? Can't you just focus on your headache? And when you're focusing on your headache, it just disappears. She thought I was like insane. She didn't believe me. Mum didn't believe me neither. I never had to use headache pills because of my ability to naturally relax the arteries within my skull, if there are any. You know, the veins, the vessels. The vessels. I could always just focus on the swelling within my head, close my eyes, and relax the muscle and everything. Everything inside the head that is tensed up, I can just relax. Blood flow comes straight out. Instant relief within seconds. My headache's gone. So I don't know how many of you out there can do that. I've always thought so far I've only been the only person that I know of, when it comes to me coming into contact with other people. But that really did help, because as soon as I put the pillow behind my head, blood drained down, swelling was still there, but then I just focused, went like that, and swelling just dissipated. Headache gone, and hasn't come back since then. Same goes for the swelling behind my eyes. I had some dull aches behind my eyes, but that was because I was overdoing the phone, looking at my phone and the computer screen. I noticed my eyes become very responsive to natural daylight and artificial daylight during the fast. Very responsive. Artificial light just messes me up. Daylight like this makes me feel really good. And I kid you not, after this breath work that I did this morning, combined with my yoga meditation, and not just the flexing, but I did my meditations that I use with the integration, soul integration, and the cellular memory integration, along with my yoga practice, along with my breath work. And what this did was it reassured my cells that it was going to be getting a new air. Not only that, but I also pulled in prana. I can manipulate the magnetic waves, or I think it's like magnetic. It feels like magnetic waves, but it's not. It's different because it doesn't move metal, but it can move people. I've done it before with a friend of mine. She walked up close to me, and I just pushed her, and she nearly fell over. I feel that field around me all the time, and when I focused on it earlier whilst breathing, I just pulled it in, and my whole body just felt completely different. It felt like it was becoming lighter, more transparent. It was very strange, vibrating through and through my entire body. It was great, odd, but it gave me a level of life that I hadn't felt until, I guess, 3 days before my dry fast. So it felt as if I felt more nourished off of air and this energy field that I was absorbing than I would have otherwise felt on the food that I was eating 3 days before my my dry fast. I keep saying that because, I'm used to water fasting. But so right now I feel pretty good. I have not yet planned a specific date range, expectation. Again, moving into day 5 pretty soon at 5 o'clock, so 5-5. What else has happened to me today? Pain within many parts of my body, sharp pains within my face, here and here, from injuries that I sustained ages ago. I stabbed myself a few times here with a needle a long time ago, getting rid of ingrown hairs from my beard, and I accidentally struck a nerve in my face a few times. And I felt that pain come back today, only for a moment, maybe 20 seconds, then it subsided. Pains within my entire body from injuries that occurred a very, very long time ago, just flared up and then disappeared. I've noticed oils are coming out of my face now. First it was the smell, I smelled pretty bad, but now it's just oils coming out of my face. And also, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but my face is like shedding like a snake. It looks pretty bad. See, look at that. See, there it is. It's shedding like a snake. It's weird. It's not just my head. And my nose, see? I mean, I've been like that for a while, but it's getting very, very noticeably worse. But also I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, I think I might wipe it away. It was all here as well. Different areas of my body. So my skin's just falling off. Flaking. Sounds gross, I know, but... Oh yeah, another gross thing. Let's see if I can capture this on my camera. A long time ago, I took MDMA. I told a lot of friends about that. Well, a lot of people on my Periscopes. It's more personal over there. Because I was going through a rough time when I was younger, maybe 17. And it made me realize that all of the problems that I thought were significant were really insignificant. And it was the emotion that I felt back then which made them feel so real. But as soon as I popped that pill, it was just every reason for being upset it's just gone. It made no sense. Anyway, when you take that, you do this a lot. Alright? You chew your gums and the inside of your mouth, and I got scarring on the inside of my mouth here and there. Only did it once. Yeah. I'm going to show you what's happened to my tongue, because there's also scarring on the tongue. This probably looks a bit gross, but I don't care. You clicked on a fasting video. It's going to get gross. So, basically my tongue, on the side you'll see the scars, but you'll also notice they look like they're going really transparent, and they're actually flaking off my tongue. My tongue is peeling, and it's like renewing itself, okay? Uh-huh. Huh? Huh? See those lumps? That's why I bit like that. Also, see if I can get you guys to see it. And again, even that's gone really white and it looks like it's peeling off my face. I can feel it. As I rub it, it's coming away from my gum. Uh-huh. So yeah, I didn't expect that part of me to heal. If this is healing my mouth, can you imagine what the rest of my body has already started to heal and already have healed? So, also, I'm still peeing. Pee came out, and it had sediment in it for once. I was waiting for this. It's something I've heard of from a lot of people who've already dry fasted. First off, it came out like yellow, but dark yellow, but then orange, and now it's come out yellow again, but it's got like this chalk-like substance in there, which has made it cloudy. This morning it came out like really, really dark. I don't know, it's getting graphic. It's getting graphic. But this morning it came out like brown with the sediment. So I'm getting deep in the cleaning process. Again, you clicked on this video. But hey, at some point, if you want to start doing this, you've got to expect this of yourself, because if you've been eating all dairy products and all of that junk, it's going to come out in this way. And if you're going to heal your body, you're going to notice things like this. Another thing is my hips. There was a blockage within my right hip, meaning I felt really stiff there, tight hips. Blood couldn't flow through there properly. But since I did a bit of yoga, along with yesterday's healing, I did a breath work exercise where I breathed and I felt it go straight down, right down the right side of my body. Okay? So now I'm feeling the energy or the air, the cold air, move through certain areas of my body easier, with least resistance than other areas of my body when I open it up. And ever since that one initial yoga exercise during this healing episode, it stayed open. It's like it's better now. I don't know what was there. It was most likely some sort of calcification or some sort of deposit residue on the bone itself inside of the joint. But now that it's gone, the inflammation has disappeared. So that's great. Another thing is I could taste garlic in my mouth. Yeah, because a very, very, very long time ago, I used to eat a lot of garlic, and I still do, but now it's raw. Whereas before I used to eat it with noodles, a lot of garlic noodles, a ton of garlic noodles. And it was funny because, it's the dairy inside of the noodles and the grains and so forth, which cause the calcification of the joints, which cause the joints to then become swelled, inflamed. And as soon as these areas within my hips released and I started peeing out the residue, the sediment, the garlic smell came up in my breath. So there's that. Today is the end of day 5 and the beginning of day 6. What happened during day 5? I went for a walk outside and I completely overestimated my ability to do so. It was so exhausting. I got not even halfway up my hill and I was exhausted. Pushed and pushed and pushed on through until eventually I got to the shop to buy some washing up liquid. That's what I went there for at the beginning, washing up liquid. And then I ended up buying a bunch of stuff for when I break my fast so that I don't have to leave the house again, because that was just a horrible feeling that week. All day today not all day today, but minute increments of the time spent throughout these days are being spent on constructive things, staying busy to the best of my ability. Further pain throughout my entire body, so much pain throughout my body. One of which, I don't know if you guys have seen the video I posted. It was like a vlog. I do some vlogs here and now which look pretty cool. I really do take my time with creativity and make something really beautiful and a good expression of myself. And on my YouTube channel I posted not minding that it hurts, and I talked about how I injured my back, right? Well, on day 5 I was laying down and that same spot within my back started to ache and really hurt, like throbbing pain. It lasted about an hour or 2 and then it disappeared. Hasn't come back since. That seems to be the main way in which these pains come up then subside. They come up when they're healing, subside once they've done either healing completely or until my body feels it's necessary to move on to the next area of my body to heal. A little bit more triggered, but that's because I went outside, emotionally. My body, it's like it had all these firewalls up, before the fast, and it went down. All these firewalls came down, which protected me from the elements. People's aftershaves, even some people's odors, body odors, didn't bother me before the fast. But then as soon as I left the house, my nose started to run. As soon as it caught like wind of a slight cigarette breeze, or some woman's overly used sunscreen. It's not even sun that much in the UK. It's just like, why? Cigarettes coming from people who aren't even smoking just yet. It's just like in their skin. It irritated my nose and irritated my head. So I quickly came back as fast as I could. Had to sit down a few times, take some breaths. But right now I'm feeling pretty good, as long as I don't do anything like that again. I'm thinking about brushing my teeth. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I brushed it on the first day and that was it. But now it's like getting really gross in there. I need to clean it out. Some people out there who do dry fasts say that you shouldn't do that. Some people on dry fasts do that. Honestly, I would do it, and I'm thinking about doing it. Like I said, I don't see the issue with that. As long as you're spitting out the same amount. This one guy did a documentary where he did dry fasting and he brushed his teeth. So and he was being supervised. The people who supervised him said that he needed to spit out a certain amount. They drew a line on his glass to make sure he hits that amount every time. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, I slept throughout yesterday. This was the most time spent sleeping, and I did some really cool things within my dream time. I accessed aspects of thinking within my dreams, because I manipulate my dreams all the time. I'm really good at syncing up with that subconscious aspect of me that's creating the dream, and I managed to discover some new things within the dream time to do, and I can't really explain what it is because it's on a level that I accessed where words don't really help in explaining. It's more of a feeling, noticing, aha, feel it again, do it again type deal. So, and most of yesterday was like that. I even ended up discovering some more aspects of my suppressed memories of a childhood, like trauma. The first time I uncovered most of it, I ended up creating the astral projection full course, helping a lot of people out with that. I ended up discovering or tapping into more of that, which was really cool. Discovered some more things about myself and my innate abilities, and I actually unlocked a few of them as well. So little bits of the puzzle adding to the whole, which is great. What else happened yesterday? I think that's pretty much it, guys. Ryan JC signing up for today. I'll tune back in day... Oh yeah, by the way, I haven't had a shower neither, or bathe. I'm not going to do that till I end the fast, because my body does absorb quite a bit of water. But yeah, I'll come back on either on day 6, which will be later on today, so I'll come back on at the end of day 6. Okay? Take care. I'll speak to you guys pretty soon. I forgot to mention, every day that I'm waking up, it's taking longer for my body to get with it, get with the program of life, to wake up. I'm finding it hard to breathe as well. I can breathe into my belly now. First four days I couldn't breathe into my stomach. It just stayed flat. But yeah, every morning I woke up, breathed, meditated, just felt calm. And then that was it. I could get up fast, I wouldn't get a head rush because of that initial ritual within my morning. But every day that goes by, that is not becoming easier at all. Today it took me about 3 hours to get okay when it comes to getting up and doing the things I normally do within the morning. such as feeding my dogs, cleaning the yard, arranging my room so it's perfect for the next day, and so nothing gets in my way throughout today. And yeah, so that's another thing that's happened. It's taking longer to bounce back after the midnight fast. Because when you go to sleep and you're or you're inside that dream time, your body's doing all of this stuff. It's like what your body's doing now whilst you're awake to detox goes on steroids. So you really do feel crappy in the morning. And you gotta watch out for those times. Those moments are when people often break their fast because they feel like they can't hack it anymore. But once you just sit next to a window, open the window and breathe, meditate, feel within yourself that you're okay, you know? When you breathe, it's like your body's like, fresh air, and it doesn't feel like it's stressed anymore. I just do that enough times to the point where I feel literally okay, as if I've just had a whole meal. Now, I'm not saying I'm living off of air, but what I am saying is when you eat a meal, you feel satisfied to the point where your cells or your body doesn't feel like it craves something to survive. Oxygen's the same way, and I've said this before, if you hold your breath for long enough, you're going to feel the need for oxygen, right? As soon as you breathe, you feel okay. That's what I'm saying here. By me feeling okay and just noticing that, that's allowing me to bounce back faster. So today I had to do that, by the window, just breathe. I got a moment within the days now, 4 till 6 a.m. No one's outside, the cars aren't going, neighbors not smoking, brothers not up, no one's up plaguing the air with toxins. So that's my moment, just to breathe and be okay. There's literally no noise, so I just enjoy it. And yeah, that's a good treat. Also, I found myself becoming more emotionally open, not unstable, but open. You'll get people who'll cry because they're so happy. I almost cried yesterday. I'll show you why. See if my camera zooms in far enough. That on the right is used to make cakes, vegan cakes, which I love making, but it takes so long within a normal blender that I've got downstairs. That extra blender on the left, that's additional. That came with it. I didn't even know that was going to come with it until I paid for it online. And then I looked at the description. I was like, whoa, it's also come with all these other things. You could, like, I got a mandarin. As if you are food privy, you know that a mandarin is like a slicer. You slice the food up, right, to make thin slices of carrots and so forth. Well, you just put it inside the top and you push a carrot down there and it slices it for you. And because it spins, it's like super fast. You don't have to keep moving your hand up and down the blade, which is great. It also came with a mini bowl. The one on the right, that's 3 liters. That's a big, big. Oh, I was about to say it then. I forgot. I think processor. That's it. Food processor. That's a big food processor. It's basically a giant blender. It doesn't get stuck so easy as those normal blenders do. And that blender on the left is like a liter, 1 liter 0.5, which is okay. I also have a blender downstairs that I brought for my mum, which is 3 liters, and it's not rounded like that blender is on the left here. It's square, which is better because it pulls it into the middle faster, so it's got a better suction to it. But all in all, this is ideal for what I need, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that came in a post yesterday, and I just felt so happy because it's like I've always wanted one, but I never got one for some reason. And it's like I've always meant to have one to take my food experiments to the next level. And I just got really emotional about it. It's just strange. It's like I brought this table the other day as well. It's like a Japanese table. It's really low, and I got emotional about that as well. It's because for so many years I've had this idea as to how my life's supposed to be, how it's supposed to look, and everything is just coming. It's just there now. It's here, and it feels like it's a gift. You know, when I got it for myself, and I had to work hard to get this stuff. It's like I just felt really good about it when it came, and I didn't stop myself from doing it neither. I didn't cry, but I would have been open to doing that. On the second day of my fast, I cried. I went through a lot of purging, and fixing a lot of issues, and it just ran down my face, just kept going and going and going, and I was okay with it. There's no resistance at all. But yeah, that's what made that day hard. Did I say the first day? That was on the second day that I fasted. Coming into the second day, end of the first day. But yeah, yeah.